against the African American race. From Obama being president with Trayvon Martin, to Louis DeMarcus, to Efren Latrell, to Breonna Johnson, to George Floyd, to Marcus Davis, Denard Wilson, Richard Holloway in Louisiana, Eldred Davenport, and to the last one right here in Pittsburgh, who had a gun on him with a permit and put his hands in the air and took 7 bullets from officers. No one has sat down and looked at the fact that, yeah, these officers are doing killing, but they all white killers. None of those was a black officer who initiated those 11 deaths that I told y'all about. They was all white. So if white America is sub-black, why are we being slaughtered off of justice, off of what we live for, off of what we stand for? I can see a kid walking down the street with his pants hanging down now, Miss Lily, and I would never judge that kid, because that kid could be the next president next year and wear his pants above his stomach. It's not gratitude, it's not latitude, it's not longitude, it's all attitude with white America, however they feel that day. So as a black man, me bringing black children in this world, the first thing I feel, and I have to let my kids know, the first strike against you is being black. That's your first strike. Your second strike is, if you're on a dark highway and it's you with them, do what they say. You say, yes, sir, no, sir, but when they turn around, they diss a dick-sucking redneck son of a bitch. That's how I do it. I done been through the struggle. I done been in the system 2 times. There's no such thing as a black man with power. Everybody with power dead. Let me show you how this works. Listen to me, Miss Lily. Malcolm X, he had power. He dead. JFK, John F. Kennedy, he had power. He dead. Martin Luther King Jr., he had power. He dead. Medgar Evers, he had power. He dead. Nelson Mandela, he had power. He did 27 years in prison before they released him, and then he died on his own. People with money, they are in jail. Bill Cosby, he got too much money, he's in jail. R. Kelly, he has too much money, he's in jail. Big Meech, he has a lot of money, he's in jail. Larry Hoover, he has a lot of money, he's in jail. People with respect are living. Oprah Winfrey, she's well respected. Jay-Z, he's well respected. Sean Puffy Combs, he's well respected. The boys from the Lock, Sheik Luch, Styles P, Jadakiss, they well respected. Busta Rhymes, they well respected. Then you have female artists, well respected. So you never really hear about female artists taking the fall, because female artists don't really get vulgar. In my days, they had the Lady of Rage, we had Lil' Kim, they got vulgar with it, but they had the right type of protection, like Tupac and Biggie. They had power, so they both died voicing their opinions. People with respect live. When you respect come back to you. Remember what I said, I'm gonna go again. People with power are dead. People with money are in prison. People with respect are doing interviews with you.
So do you think that's what happened with Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy? Do you think that's why they're no longer here?
Yes, because America
they became too empowered? America
couldn't afford for one man to run a whole nation off of his or her word that's not up under their Mason law or their way of living. JFK had intervened with a couple of things from what they said to do with the gambling crisis. And JFK was never supposed to be president. His brother was supposed to be president. So he ended up running for president. They were from Ireland. They wasn't, neither one of them was supposed to be the president of the United States, because you had to be born on the United States soil to be there. And he became in a house of power, going state to state, talking, and the United States of America didn't want that right then. In those days, that wasn't the way. Martin Luther King had power because they was afraid that one Negro can entice 1 million Negroes to go against what the United States stand for. Malcolm X had to die because he said if they beat us, let's beat them back. See, there was guys out there that didn't follow Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and JFK. You had Nat Turner. Nat Turner felt like they kill us, let's kill 2 of them. And he wasn't talking about us as in innocent people. He was talking about if the whites gonna kill us and shoot us with water hose, let's do the same thing back. Then you had people that come along and say, well, I'm tired of this racism. Well, you can't say you're tired of it when it exists. It's almost like Corona. You could be tired of Corona, but it still exists.
Right.
You know, when you think it's over
Excellent
with,
point there.
somebody comes along with a new symptom of Corona. You know, and it's life expectancy of what you take and the matter of how you indulge and you live. You know, a lot of people wouldn't believe this. You probably wouldn't believe this, Lily. When I was coming up, I wanted to be a fireman. I like fire trucks. And when I was coming up, I remember it's a type of respect. When I say respect, it's no longer in the world like it used to. When the mailman or mail lady would come by your house, if the mailman had on the hat, if he didn't wave his hand to speak, he'll tilt his hat to say hello. I remember when some mail people would be walking and carry a whole bag of lollipop to give to the kids as they go put mail in the mailboxes in the projects. That's how I come from that old creed. I remember if my mama said something to you and when it told your mama kicked your ass. Your mama got mad while my mama didn't kick my ass, and now I got to deal with my uncle them kicking my ass.
Right.
That type of respect don't run no more. You touch somebody's child now, they want to shoot you or call the white folks. See, line of description. So you raise your child off the morals you were given. You're doing the right thing, but it's not given to nobody. Nothing is given to nobody. Nothing is given. I don't care. My mama say, you live and you let live, but you never see nobody struggle. Barry White is a great singer. Some of y'all might not know who Barry White is on the internet, but he's a great singer. Barry White said, too much of anything is not good for you. And I thought about it. I say, boy, he right. I love a woman. And sometimes too much of a woman just give me a headache. And that's life. And there's things that you can't change about politics. So you're different. Once upon a time, Democrats and Republicans was all one up under the Mason Law. One took upon another to get powerful and divided. So what we fighting over? A divided state, or we fight over a divided culture? No one will tell you that. The White House has been burned down 2 times in history because of politics.
Wow.
Abraham Lincoln's body was stolen 11 times because of politics. Here's a puzzle for your viewers. How many people remember when JFK got assassinated? How many of you guys think Lee Harvey Oswald really assassinated him? Remember, technology back in the 70s and 60s wasn't like they are now for a sniper to hit somebody through a light pole from a 7-story building at a motorcade riding down a highway. So that ought to let you know that Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't a killer, but they needed a fall guy. How many of you think Martin Luther King was assassinated on an accident, or was it supposed to be Jesse Jackson assassinated? These are things you can't think about it. And how many of you think Martin Luther King had Malcolm X executed? Subscribe back with Lily. By Friday, day after Thanksgiving, we'll give you the answers to those 3 questions. I'm giving you guys time to know 101 with Lily. We're gonna do nothing but real life stories. And it's called, segment 1 of this year ending, it's called The Hustle for Your Struggle. Remember, there's no way to hustle for your struggle. If you homeless and you selling reused baby pampers and somebody buy it, use a hustle. Give yourself a hand clap. If the devil come right now to take you home with him, and you can sell him some hot fire and he buy it, give yourself a hand clap. You a hustler. If a well get out of the water, lay on right now 5th Avenue, and you throw buckets of water and he spit out a gold coin, give yourself a clap. You's a hustler. There's no wrong way to hustle. It's the ways of how long you can hustle.